everyone, my name is Ms. Cooper, and today we are going to be learning how to solve two-step word problems using the RDW method. So what exactly is RDW? Well, it stands for Read, Draw, Write. So this is the setup that you would use for RDW. You start with read, then you draw, then you write. So we can use this method to help us break down the word problems, that way they're a little bit easier for us to solve. First, we have to read the problem. When we read the problem, we want to do a couple of things. We want to circle the numbers, underline the question, and then we want to figure out the steps that we need to do in order to solve the problem. These are all really important steps to start with before you move on to the next step. If you don't understand these questions, then doing the draw section is going to be really challenging. Is to draw. Since today we're going to be solving a two-step word problem, I included 2 steps for the drawing part. We have to draw or write the equation for step 1, then draw or write the equation for step 2. This section doesn't necessarily have to be drawing. It's meant to be where you show your work. Some of us prefer to draw out the problem. Other of us like to write the equations and then solve. It's up to you. But if you do decide to draw, you just need to do something quick. Don't spend a lot of time illustrating the problem because this will take our last section. Write. This is where you will write out your answer using a complete sentence. I don't just want to see a number here. You actually have to use a complete sentence that answers the question that we underline. Also, if your question tells you to explain your reasoning or explain how you solved, this is where you would do that. Okay, so now that we know how to do the read, draw, write method, it's time to look at our word problem. So our first step is to just read the problem. Mia baked 24 cupcakes. Morgan baked 48 cupcakes. Mia and Morgan sold 35 cupcakes at the bake sale. How many cupcakes did they have left at the end of the day? So our first step is to circle all of the numbers. So we're going to circle 24 because that's how many cupcakes Mia has. Morgan has 48, so we'll circle that number. And then we know that they sold 35 cupcakes at the bake sale. So now what's the question? How many cupcakes did they have left at the end of the day? So we're going to underline that so we make sure to look back at it. So now we're going to move on to our draw step. So we need to figure out what is our first step of this problem. So we know that Mia has 24 and that Morgan has 48. But before we can find out how many cupcakes they have left at the end of the day, we need to find out how many cupcakes they started with. So we're going to do 24 plus 48 to find out how many cupcakes Mia and Morgan brought to the bake sale. So 4 plus 8 equals 12. You're going to carry the 1. 1 plus 2 plus 4 equals 7. So we know that they brought 72 cupcakes to the bake sale. So that's how many they started with. We know that they sold 35 cupcakes at the sale. So we need to do a subtraction problem, 72 minus 35. Now, if I have 2, I can't take away 5, so I have to borrow from my neighbor. So the 7's going to be crossed out and become a 6. The 2 is going to become a 12 because we borrowed 10. 12 minus 5 equals 7. And 6 minus 3 equals 3. So we know that they had 37 cupcakes left at the end of the day. Right section, this problem does not ask us to explain, so all we have to do is write our complete sentence. Mia and Morgan had 37 cupcakes left. This is how we use the RDW method to help us solve two-step word problems. I hope after watching this video you feel a little bit more comfortable with this method and maybe want to try it on your own. Thanks for watching.